It's here. Let's go. Game number 5 of the grand finals is right before us.
Players in between those brief segments, when they're pointing out which chest they actually want to prioritize on their loot paths, depending on the bus pathway itself. But right now, Thomas, MALIBUCA, they're trying to prioritize this drop and winning it. Big shots coming in already from afar, and that's going to be an assist there for Kanata, even if indirect. MALIBUCA still shuttered up, but it's not going to be enough. Kanata and Agers will yet again take over the racetrack.
И для кого не секрет, что из-за санкций все сейчас ищут обходные способы задонатить в свои любимые игры и сервисы. Наиболее выгодно сейчас это можно сделать через мой личный магазин Atom Store, в котором закупается все киберспортивное комьюнити Фортнайта. Здесь на данный момент самые низкие цены, более 1000 позитивных отзывов, а сами заказы обрабатываются чуть ли не моментально. Не верите? Убедитесь в этом сами, ссылочка будет в описании. Погнали смотреть видео.
Earnings here today. There is still so much prizing on the line. The grand finals mean so much more than just first place. It's everything in between. It's your legacy. Reason Giannis getting into a fight here against Baka. Pars. Baka and Pars are about due for a turnaround fight. Finally, they get to find their wind, their chance. Quite gotten into any of the fights. And also, what a great stat. Pixie and Cheatin are the first duo since Aqua and Nyrox in World Cup with back-to-back VRs at an in-person event at a LAN. And Aqua and Nyrox set history that weekend when they did that, only to go on and take it all away. But today, we see something completely different here. This story, the standings, of course, Cooper and MERO's their biggest task yet.
Teeny and Nisha trying to pressure in onto Kitos and PXN. A nice drop down from Teeny as well. Gonna make quick work of Kitos and not much left for PXN to do. Watching his teammate go down so early before you could really wrap around for the assist help.
How impressive so many of these first-time LAN appearance players have been, including Fnajin and Moneymaker here, as they continue to find their stride here, taking out Bobby. Where is Larpex? I think they got the full... No, instead they pushed everyone out, so just got a single elimination, but this is great. Definitely that information download is so important, especially in this game. Stacey and POTUS on the move right now, trying to get situated. Little weapons cache for them, but Teeny, Misha, the ambush finally pays off. They catch Peppo out in the open and then come crashing on in with a rocket ram. What a way to start this one off. Very explosive, very aggressive. Misha taking a wall by himself, no builds. What in the world is going on right now? He says, oh, that's wood. I like that. That's weak. Gets right inside. Zagu has to clutch this one out right now. His teammate's hurt. Peppo's on the run. In goes Teeny. Zagu puts up the numbers, though, but Misha finishes the job and clutches out for Teeny. Cooper and MERO's ridiculous run. I mean, it would be that much closer inside the top 10. But the conversation's surely skewed right now up towards the top. But Acorn and Colt jumped into it. Queasy and Vino have as well. Taste and MERSTACH now have room to make their way into these conversations too, taking down Alec and Worthy there. Nicely done. May have the zone more or less not too far, so.
Here, understanding that they need to make up some points to keep themselves in the conversation of that top 10, top 5 territory. And well played here by Taste and MERSTACH as well, just staying so close together here as they charge Oshi's last remaining hope. Unfortunately for Alex and Worthy, they'll have to wait for our final match for a starting point.
Yeah, this is home territory, this is hometown. They're looking to do just that. But everyone's hurt here, but MERO and Cooper finish the job. They get another set of eliminations, the refresh that they needed. And this has been the story game after game. They're hurt, they need an elimination, they need a refresh, and they actually find it. One of the few duos that can legitimately just do it. Go, up they go. MERO's out, rocket ram in full effect here, lands him on the side. Cooper's here to meet with them, but a team's behind them. Good block there, keeps him up for a moment. Now, looking for the refresh, it's Seti here in front of him. So close, yet so far. Meanwhile, Cammy's on height, holding things down as Duo meets with them. The big heels come out. They need a bounce back. They need these wins.
Cammy and Teddy might be at the very top for the time being, but just across the way, it's Kanata, it's Agers. These zones continuing to force these players pressing forward. Well played, though, by MERO and Cooper in that secondary height layer after the rocket ramp ended. Not the flight path he was hoping for, but for Bryce, man, talk about a tag path. Those are some massive shots that he just landed. Gonna buy him a good chunk of time as well to just pop this big shield potion. Make sure that he has 100 full shields, because he's going to need every bit of it.
For Bryce, this is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars if he can hold on. Vico in pink as well. Top 5 is definitely the sweet spot to be in. And any higher, you're extremely happy, but Vico by himself on the move right now. Looking to swing his way around. 5 builds, teams in front, no one behind. Make that 3 now. Lurking. Can he get a refresher? Can he find a player? Sees one to his right. No one's behind him. Playing so smart right now. MERO comes dashing through here into another end game. It's all placement points from here.
Cooper as well, landing just slightly further apart from his duo, but they found their moment. Good chop of the builds there onto Chicho. Gonna displace him momentarily. MERO nearly managing to collect in the process. Trulix now forced to rocket ram away. Cooper and MERO finally getting a chance to reunite here, but they've got to keep pressing forward. They can't take a moment to pause or relax. So many players
Cooper
in.
turns around, burns down Vico, the savior of his run. He's still on fire here. Cooper now by himself, trapped in the storm, and he falls inside the top 15. Bryce is still up as well. Bryce wants more. He needs more.
If Bryson jumps, Bryce can manage to clutch it out as a solo. Victory Royale might be within his reach here. Crash pad forward, the roaming redeploy gonna get him straight to the front side of the zone. Polarized in the box underneath him. Bryce, though, not taking a second to pause. He just wants to look for a closing shot. If he can find some more materials to work with, he might just be able to make it happen. But it's Agers now on height, pressing up. He loses Kanata, though, in the process. Finds Pars, though, in the middle of it. A massive shot, but he falls to his demise.
Ran out of builds there in the moment. The win could have been theirs, too. But now, back onto the hands of Bryce here, our last standing player inside the top 5, still trying to make a run for it. Swinging his way between builds. He's trying to get caught up and gets trapped in the fly's web there. The spider's web, top 10 now. Threats in Booga, threats in this. Oh my gosh, so many solos still standing here.
We've seen this once already from Threats this weekend, though. Can he make it happen again is the real question we have to ask. Next is Threats hiding just above the water's edge. Recognizes players in the water, and he strikes and he finds it. That's gonna be Polarized run come to an end. Threats, on the other hand, refresh on the builds, exactly what he needed. All of that brick just gonna continue to protect him all the longer.
Lucy's still in this. Give it up for Lucy, Copenhagen. He's finally got a chance here to make some more. 5 elims, 9 total for the team. He still has builds. Threats is looking very healthy, but there's MK Papa who's gonna fall there. There's a player on high ground. Okay, so every team's on a different layer. He's gotta look around here. Lucy needs to make a big decision. Finds Shalom. This is Asia, but no! Clap from behind. Threats does not let the beat drop at all. And up he goes, and now he knows it's his chance here, but no, he falls too! And Chico takes it all away.
A massive hit there at the very end. Trulix and Chicho needed the points, but right now what I need, Monster, is to hear from these two.
The final game is here. It is time to crown some champions. Royal Arena, are you ready? The players on this stage have given everything of their being to be here for this moment, to be here for this trophy. So I need to give you everything you've got. I ain't starting this game until we tear the roof off this building. Royal Arena, are you ready? It is time! Game number 6 is here!
Here we have it. Game number 6 is here. The Royal Arena is ready, and the grand finals couldn't be more hype than this. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see how this all plays out. We have so much to give out, so much on the line.
Almost terrifying for a second there, listening to Levin on that stage, going absolutely crazy alongside all these fans here in the building. You guys have been ecstatic to witness and watch you cheer on. But some of these players still need your energy for one more game here. Royal Arena as Thomas HD, MALIBUCA. They've managed to survive the initial drop, but the damage is still yet to come next because MALIBUCA, Thomas, a little bit further away from Kanata and Agers. They wish to play this one out.
But back at the racetrack, there's a little more action going down. Kanata and Agers are on the hunt. I spoke too soon. They want to close this one out in good fashion. NA versus EU all weekend long here. And EU has been the one to pay the price so far, but both times fully situated here to 2v1. Agers and Kanata close the deal here. Thomas HD left to pick up the pieces.
For Agers and Kanata, not a whole lot to grab there.
It's gotta be done if they want to be the global champions. G and Pixie running past the team here. Don't go for the peek, but instead play defensively now. It's Gap Zero in the box next door. Another team lands on him. Who is this? It's Yuma.
Yumi and Source could pose a huge threat right now for Cheatin and Pixie. Cheatin doesn't exactly have the most ammo to work with right now. It's going to be super dependent on his Maven auto shots to connect. Pixie as well trying to break through builds with this breacher, but it's going to be Source Yumi still just outside of their box. Pixie now trying to see if he can buy his duo a little bit of time here, but they're just caught in between this entire mess.
That might have been the biggest mistake right there. They pulled Source into the box, but they are so deathly afraid of losing second place. They are getting pushed back when they could have easily finished the elimination. But this is tournament fear. This is placement fear starting to kick in here.
You can almost see the panic.
This could be one of the most expensive lessons they learn. I hope they fight back here.
It is just crazy right now how hesitant Pixie and Cheatin are, and the hesitation is finally going to cost them. Cheatin has been knocked in the process. Pixie picking up his teammate now, hoping nobody realizing that he's just below, but he realizes now he's gonna have to forfeit it. Tries to wrap around now to UB and Source. Won't be able to find the breacher shot that he needs though. Down to his last 17 shotgun shells here inside of this breacher. Twin mag not gonna do him much good in such close combat. And Pixie now looking for the full retreat, throwing out metal builds in the process, trying to see if he can get down to the low ground, see if he can hide for a moment in the water here around Eclipse Estate.
Continuing to push through this lobby here, placement points now to be earned. Every team that falls now will push teams closer and closer to more prizing.
Keep in mind though, Mira and Cooper, they might just run into Muzz, and Muzz, he lost Paper earlier on. Don't believe he's had an opportunity to look for the reboot either, based on when Paper was picked off. So now Miro in the backside, MERSTACH in Tayson's box. He could go massive here. He wants to find the shot to connect. Both teams gonna get dropped another layer here. Inside the box though, it's gonna be Tayson first to fall. Cooper and Miro just continue to grow the count. 324 points currently on the leaderboard. And Cooper, despite having been knocked, Miro's still going.
No way, but he finds Kylie there too with a huge finish. And his teammate gets finished off now too. Shot from the side here, he has no more builds. He needs this refresh. If not, it's over. And down he goes. There is still a runway in front of Cammy and Seti. If they can get over 10 eliminations and win this game, that will be a 100-point run. So it's not over yet. Chubbs falls too. Down goes Price, down goes Chubbs. It's all or nothing. Copenhagen, hold your breath. Let's see how far Cammy and Seti can go. Will you put your money on it, is the question.
Hard to ever count Cammy and Seti out, but when they need still another 9 eliminations, they've got to find the players first. Cammy gonna rocket ram forward. Seti soon to follow. Seti, though, he's lost his shields entirely as he drops back down with the rest of the lobby. Seti nearly out of the count for real this time. And now Cammy doing what he can to try and back his duo up. Seti will find a brief moment, but it still might not be enough. They need these eliminations. It doesn't matter if they get the placements.
Here we go, Cammy on the run right now, trying to find some eliminations. Moneymaker might just be the next one, but another team's next door. Cammy has a decision to make, misses out on the opportunity to find elimination. Seti here. Still 22 players in this lobby. Anything can happen right now. Should they just go on a run? Should they go on a streak? Acorn still up, off to the side. Has a solo right now. No builds for Acorn either. It's looking a little dicey here.
But Acorn doing everything he can still just to try and see if he can buy himself in cold. Another couple of points. Everything matters as far as placements are concerned for some of these other teams. Sure, it might not be first, but it's still the difference between thousands of dollars as far as his leaderboard is concerned. Acorn's gonna try to take a shot from some players on the backside. KBM Rapid looking for his escape. He still has MALIBUCA with him. So many solos and a land of duos. The zone is gonna pull back in Acorn's favor. Cammy, meanwhile, Seti, meanwhile, they're still keeping the charge going.
How are they still alive right now? Truly fighting for it. Cammy needs a second here. He's got to drink the slurp juice, or at least find a siphon. Something of the two. Trulex, Chiche on the low ground here. Have to continue to fight back. It's all or nothing now. You need everyone here. They have to finish things up. They have to take out the lobby. Earn as much as you can. The chance is theirs. And there you have it. Cammy and Seti will have to fight their way up to earn as much as possible here, but what a run it has been for Cammy and Seti. Rapid and MALIBUCA are in front of them. Who will be the next to fall?
It is an absolute scramble, though, throughout the low ground. Teams are just falling all over the place, and it's going to be finally Cammy, Seti, with a little bit of a layer separation here. Other teams in the mid-ground. But it's going to be Flixie first.
Oh!
Nearly putting an end to the Polish run, but instead, Cammy, Seti turning around 180, no problem.
3 eliminations now. Trulex, Chicho on the high ground with 6. All of a sudden, trying to make a comeback here. What a tournament run it has been. You gotta have nothing but appreciation and support for Cammy and Seti, who are fighting for it and keeping it interesting. Oh my gosh, 4 HP, down goes Chicho. Cammy will not give this up without a fight. Trulex now coming in. He's hurt. It's a 2v1. What you gonna do? Got a player behind him. Trulex gets broken out here. Cammy still giving him a run for it. 1 build. No builds. 2v1. He's healthier, but there are 2. Cammy goes in. No shot hit. Trulex finds it. Siphon comes through. It's now a 1-on-1, and Trulex wins the game with 9 elims. You gotta love it, but your global champions are here.
MERO and Cooper from day 1 getting knocked out of the upper bracket to standing tall here in day number 3, our championship Sunday. Your 2023 global champions even, MERO and Cooper.
Cooper looked up to MERO, reached out to MERO, asked him to play as his duo, and who would have thought it would have been $1 million coin flip. Congratulations, MERO. Congratulations, Cooper. You are our 2023 global champions. Lift that trophy. How amazing it must feel. How great to be the global champions. MERO and Cooper, you have done it. Through the ups, through the downs, this weekend, this entire tournament is yours.
Everything was for this moment. Cooper, it's your first time here in Copenhagen, but you have certainly left your mark on everyone in this building. Your first ever land, and you are a global champion.
Раньше нам всем было весело играть. Сейчас каждый играет, чтобы деньги с турика забрать. Мне очень грустно это осознавать.